What's up, guys? It's Matty on a mission. I'm out here doing my thing. I hope you're doing your thing as well. It's a sad fucking day for Laker fans, man. It's a sad day. It definitely marks the end of an era, an end of a time where we've been spoiled, basically, as Laker fans, man. And I'm referring to the fact that Kobe Bryant is going to be playing his last NBA game, his last game of his career against the Utah Jazz tonight at Staples Center. Arguably the best Laker of all time. It's splitting hairs when you talk about the Lakers. We have so many great players and so many great, legends in our history that, people can talk about that all day. Magic Johnson is the reason why I became a Laker fan, but Kobe Bryant definitely, he kept on that tradition of greatness with the Lakers for sure, and it all comes down to an end. It all comes to an end tonight, But what can you say, man? So many great moments in this guy's career. So many epic moments with championship runs that we made and teams that we played against. Obviously everybody knows about the 81-point game. That'll never happen again. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who your favorite player is. I don't care how many three-pointers Steph Curry shoots. He's never going to score 81 points in a single game. It's just not going to happen. People also forget that Kobe scored 65 points in 3 quarters one time. You know what I'm saying? The guy's just a perennial scorer, one of those guys that, even in his younger years, he played some good defense too. He had a well-rounded game when he came into the league. He came into the league in 1996. He was this skinny kid. Nobody knew who he was. We got him from the Charlotte Hornets. I think that's the team that drafted him, and we traded him, I think, for Vlade Divac. And we ended up with Kobe Bryant, man. And I gotta say, I don't know if it was Vlade Divac that we traded. We traded him for somebody, and we ended up with Kobe Bryant, man. And I gotta say, I didn't know what to expect, but I was a young kid at that time, and Kobe Bryant was just, in a very short amount of time, he made it very clear that he was going to be the next great Laker. He was going to be that guy that was going to lead us into, just years of being not only a factor, but being a powerhouse in the NBA. I still remember that 1998 All-Star game against Jordan. That was a crazy moment. The lob to Shaq against the Blazers in the playoffs that one year. That really cemented, that team, that 2000, 2001, 2002 team as one of the best, teams of all time. I think they went 15-1 in the playoffs one year, on the road, on the way to the championship with Phil Jackson and Shaq. So, and then obviously, Kobe, he won more championships later in his career. He won with Powell and Meta World Peace in 2009, 2010. So, people are going to hate on Kobe, you know what I'm saying? Because he's one of those guys that he was definitely the center of attention. But Laker fans, we fucking live and die by that shit, man. A bad shot from Kobe is still better than a wide open shot from 80% of the people in the league. He's made so many great, miraculous shots and had so many moments. He's had so many 30, 40, 50-point games that as Laker fans, man, we just get numb to it because it happens so often. We figure that, it's always going to be there. It's always going to happen. And I watched T-Spence's video, and he hit it right on the head, man. It's a surreal feeling. It's a weird idea to think that Kobe Bryant is never going to be playing for the Lakers again, after tonight. It's fucking weird, man. And obviously the last 3 or 4 years have been hard on Kobe. He's had a lot of rough injuries. He had a ruptured Achilles. He had a broken leg. I think he tore a labrum in his shoulder last year. And the team has been bad, But I choose not to focus on that. When I look at the man's career, I got to look at it as a whole. He finished one of the greatest players of all time. People are going to argue that until they're fucking blue in the face. But you can't deny that he's at least a top fucking 8 on your list. He has to be, or you're just a fucking hater. You know what I'm saying? The man has 5 rings, 33,000 points, something like 7,000 rebounds, 6,000 or so assists, 2,000 steals. The guy is just an absolute baller. He gets respect from all over the league from generations to generation, they're always going to be thinking about Kobe Bryant when they think about the Lakers, you know, and it brings about this weird type of feeling in Laker fans. We don't know what to expect next. You know, we don't know where we're gonna go. You know, we don't have a lot of talent on this team right now, and unless we get one of those franchise carrying type of players in this next couple of years, you know, we're gonna be bad for a while. You know, we just are. You know, we're gonna be at the bottom for a while. But it's the price that we pay for the 20-year span that we've had while having Kobe Bryant on this team, and being so relevant and being a powerhouse in the Western Conference and in the NBA for so long, you know. And it's crazy, you know. You know, you get starstruck around a guy like this, and I actually have a story around that. You know what I'm saying? I used to work at a restaurant, okay? This is probably back in like 2009, 2010-ish. And it was a fast food restaurant, but kind of an upper echelon fast food restaurant. It was a walk-in type of place, you know, some place you come in and you sit down and you enjoy your food or whatever. And Kobe lives in Orange County. He lives like in South County. He lives in this very rich, very top-notch type of you know, neighborhood. Not even a neighborhood, it's like it's a city amongst itself, right on the beach in South County. And it's like a whole nother planet down there. And I guess you know, he was on his way down home, and he stopped by my neck of the woods, which is North Orange County, kind of closer to LA. A very city vibe, urban vibe in North Orange County. And anyways, this is where this restaurant was that I was working at. And you know, I was a manager at the time, so I was moving up. You know, I wasn't on the grill anymore. I wasn't flipping burgers anymore. I was a shift leader, manager type guy. They were grooming me to become a general manager. And you know, at that point, I was as a manager, you have to learn how to observe the restaurant and observe what's going on. And I walked into the kitchen on this particular day, and I was seeing the whole crew kind of just, you know, the kitchen was busy. There was definitely food to be cooked. There was orders to get out, but nobody was really moving. Nobody was really hustling. And I was thinking in my mind, like, what the hell is going on? Why is everybody just like staring at this one person, you know? And in my peripheral, I can kind of see, but I was focused on the kitchen. I was focused on correcting what was going on, you know? And everybody's looking at this one guy. So I go up to the register and I open the screen up to start, you know, ringing people up and stuff. And this guy that everybody was staring at kind of comes up, and I still didn't get a good look at him. And, you know, I'm looking at the register, and I'm in full customer service mode, you know? I'm just ready to take orders and stuff, and ready to process the food and get it out and satisfy people or whatever. But anyways, I look up, and I keep on looking farther and farther up, and this guy's extremely tall. He's a bald guy, you know, and it takes me a couple seconds to figure it out, but this guy has sunglasses on, and he has a fucking Lakers shirt on, and I'm like, who the fuck? And right off the bat, like, you know, right at that moment, I realized who I was looking at. I was looking at Kobe Bryant. And just a wave of butterflies and nerves and like, what the hell just happened? Like total starstruck type of moment. It was a weird, surreal moment, because here I am, ready to sell cheeseburgers to one of my fucking childhood heroes, basically, you know. And he had one of his daughters in his arms at that time. She was really young. She was like a baby. She was probably not, maybe 3 or 4 years old, probably 3 years old, I would say, because he was just cuffing her, you know. And you know, I break into full, you know, customer service mode, because in my mind I was like, you know, I don't want to scare him away. I want Kobe Bryant to come back to the restaurant, you know, and I'm sure he gets crazy, over the top type of attention everywhere he goes. So I was trying to play it cool, but, you know, I was like, you know, Kobe, what do you have? And, you know, he said, shit, he actually said shit. He's like, shit, let me get a couple of them, you know, bacon cheeseburgers and one of these and, you know, whatever. I don't really know what he ordered. He ordered some food for his daughters and stuff. And so, you know, I tell him the total. He gives me his black card, which is this very, you know, you have to be super rich to have a black card. You have to have a fuck ton of credit. You have to have collateral. Like, you're a millionaire if you have a fucking black card. And he gave it to me, and I fucking swiped it and all that shit. And I probably shouldn't have charged him for the food, but fuck it, he's Kobe Bryant, he can pay for it. And you know, I give him his receipt and he signs it. You know, he didn't really sign it with his full signature, he kind of just scribbled on it or whatever. And he gave it back to me, and later on one of my coworkers stole it. But anyways, I was giving him, you know, his copy of the receipt, and you know, I could muster some words at this point. I was like, Kobe, you know, I think we're all ready for that championship. And this had to be probably like in 2010. And you know, he just looked at me, he nodded, and he says, I'll be working, you know, I'll be working for it, you know. And you know, it was just a couple words or whatever, but you know, the fact that he acknowledged that I was there and I was, you know, saying something to him, and he just said, I'll be working. And that really summarizes his career to me. You know, this guy had ultimate work ethic. He was somebody that, you know, he was never going to be outworked. His will to win, his competitiveness is unmatched. And there's so many stories that come out of the Laker locker room about how he's, you know, he's ripping into his teammates because they're not working as hard as they can possibly work. And, you know, you can see the intensity in his eyes sometimes when you watch him play basketball. And, you know, he gets that face like, you know, he gets that MAMBA face on. And as a Laker fan, you know, when that face comes on, you know, he's gonna do some special things. And you know, to know that whole thing is over, you know, we're never gonna see that again, because you know, his career's over. And it's been a great run, you know, 20 years of greatness, man, from 1996 to 2016, man. It's, you know, it's been great. You know, 5 championships, 18-time All-Star, 11-time first team All-NBA. Just accolades everywhere you look for Kobe Bryant, and one of the greatest of all times. You deserve everything, man, that you're gonna get tonight at Staples Center. You know, I'm sure there's gonna be a big ceremony, and people are gonna be giving you love from all over the league and stuff. And you deserve every single bit of it, man. And whatever you choose to do in your career, I know you're gonna be great at it. Just enjoy life, man. Enjoy your kids, enjoy your time, enjoy your money. You've done everything that you've needed to do to cement yourself in the hearts of Laker fans forever. You know what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant, I salute you, man. And not much more I can say, man. Just it's gonna be weird not seeing you on the court anymore, rocking the purple and gold. But anyways, till next time, it's Matty on a mission. I'm out here doing my thing, man. And remember one thing, when I speak, you listen.